Hello, Jordan. We just finished the opening to turn in number 10. So it's in the notebook back there beside you. So you've got opening. I'll send in that paper. So it's in stacks to grade. I didn't grade any paper books when I get home after 9. No. By the time, here. I was out appointment at 5, and then by the time I got home, I had to take my daughter to dance. And by the time we got home from that, it was 9. And by the time I got home, I said, screw schoolwork. Yeah, 3 nights a week. Bobby's still a dancing home. Three nights a week. Unfortunately, they don't all fall on the same night a week, so I spend a lot of time driving. Oh. You're going to go all the way back to the test to where we started in the dual wave nature block. Oh, I okay. Huh? These are like, oh man, another 3 on 2. It's just the same one. I pulled it up so we can go to the homework. No. All right. What? Where does it stop at yesterday? Yeah. All right. So if you look at your homework questions, number 44, it told you had to use the second period. All right. So our answer choices of number 44 are only those 8 elements in the second period. So if you picked an answer choice number 44 that's not circled in the blue, your answer is automatically wrong. Okay? Everybody good with that? Now, in A, we talked about this yesterday before we left to go home. If you have a question on the test that says total electron, what do you have to look at? You have to look at atomic number. Okay? You just have to know that. There's no way around that. So you cannot use a periodic table that looks like this to find the answer. You need your green one that has the numbers on it. So which element has an atomic number of 4? Then Be or beryllium is the answer. Now, the second question, we talked about this before you left. If it says highest main energy level, how do you translate that? That is the same thing as saying outer shell. It's a nice fancy way of saying outer shell. Highest main energy level means the very outside of the atom. So you're looking at the outer shell. So they're telling you in the question that you had 5 electrons in the outer shell. So how have we figured out who would have 5 electrons in the outer shell? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So who has 5 electrons in the outer shell? Everybody okay with the 2 we did yesterday? All right, letter C. Contains a total of 2 electrons in the p sublevel. This was in the opening yesterday. P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and P6. So who would have 2 electrons in P? Carbon. All right, D contains 3 half-filled p orbitals. That was in the opening yesterday too. Who would have 3 half-filled p orbitals? Everybody good with that one? Okay. P, how many fills P? Ethan, how many fills P? A p sublevel. How many electrons will fill a p sublevel fully? All right, what's half a 6? So where is P3 in that orbital? Right up here, look. P1, look here, second period. P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. You said 6 filled it. Half a 6 is, who has the P3? That's how you get nitrogen. I didn't hear an oxygen. Who's got oxygen? Oh. Okay, the answer is nitrogen. All right, E has 3 dots in its dot symbol. What did we say yesterday? Told dots, the short man's way. Dots equal what? Okay. All right, dots equal outer shell electrons. So the question said who has 3 dots? Well, who has 3 outer shell electrons? Boron. That's how you do it.
Because I thought it meant period. That's what I was doing.
Dots are outer shell electrons. So, who has 3 outer shell electrons in period 2? 1 electron, 2 electrons, 3 electrons. So who's in period 2 with 3 electrons? Boron. B, boron. There's only 2 elements in period 1. That is correct. Hydrogen and helium. That's it. Because that's all that has 1 S1 and 1 S2. And then you're done. And then remember, N equals 1 has how many sublevels? How many sublevels? 1. What's his name? How many electrons can you have in it? 2. So you got 1s1 is hydrogen. Helium is 1s2. That's all we got. So those 2 elements are all that's in the first period. Yep. Then you got to go to the second period. So then you're at N equals 2. And then N equals 2 has how many sublevels? And their names are? So you've got 2 electrons here and 6 electrons there for a total of how many total? How many elements should we have there?
1, 2 in front of the thing. I'm just understanding this.
It wouldn't have made any sense if I told you all that at the beginning.
We'd have been like,
What? Where are you confused at? I don't know either. I can't go in your brain and poke around. It's okay. Do you understand what you asked me, that boron has 3 dots and then 3 outer shell electrons? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to offer. Next question. All right. Has 6 electrons in its dot symbol. So who would have 6 dots? Hold on. Don't answer. Hold on. Oh, Alexa, who would have 6 dots? I didn't ask you. Who do you think would have 6 dots in that same period? Why? Then you understand how to find it.
No, you just had to say.
All right, let me change the period. Who in the 3rd period would have 5 dots? Then you understand how to find it. All right? Those are periods, so I asked Alexa, 3rd period, who would have 5 dots. So 3rd period, 5 electrons, she said C, which was correct. All right? G, who has a filled main energy level? Oh, oxygen. All right, who has a filled main energy level? How do we know it's filled? That's an octet. Okay? Filled means it has an octet. Now, the reason they say filled sometimes instead of an octet is because of what one element? I know I talked about it in either 1st or 4th. Yes. Helium only has how many electrons? 2, so it can't have 8. Can't have an octet because it only has 2, so a lot of times they'll call the noble gases filled instead of an octet, but an octet is the same thing. They will never call it an octet specifically, no, because it doesn't have an octet. Huh? Possibly. It's the noble gas. Yes, ma'am. They're filled and octets, yes. Helium is the only one that's not an octet. It's just filled. Possibly. I have not asked you that specifically on the test. I don't think the state will ask you that specifically. It's just an exception. Y'all are really hunting for little tiny things for me to pick at you with. Okay. All right, number 45A. 45 does not expect you to know anything about the second period. Now it has opened up the entire periodic table for your answer. The only one you can't answer is C because there's a mistake in the question and I didn't give you the correction. Okay, so mark C out. I didn't tell you it's about chlorine. So you can't answer it. Well, then whatever you have is wrong. Okay. So, hush. So what? Well, I had to give you an element for you to know that. All right. All right. Letter A. How many electrons can go in the s orbital? If you forget, you see the s sublevel? Yeah. How many electrons can be here? You can always refer to the periodic table. No, that means there's S1 and S2. When you read across the S sublevel, 1, 2. Okay, so like if you forget D tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can always double check on the periodic table to make sure you have the right number. Okay? B, a full second main energy level contains how many electrons? Hey, if you forget. All right, where are all the 2's at on the periodic table? Come here. Come here. I know you did. I have all kinds of cool tricks today. All right, Steve. Wait. What would be the fun in that? All right, I told you to mark C out. So D, the number of dots in aluminum. 3. 1, 2, 3 electrons. So aluminum would have 3. The dots are just outer shell electrons. All right, yeah. Means no, it just means like n equals how many electrons. So we're saying n equals 2. So you could use your 2n squared, or you can add up the sublevel. That's what it's asking. Is it 10/3? Yeah, I know, but I got scribble everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the 3? 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 8 plus 10 is 6. Sorry, 6. 2 plus 6 plus 10 is 18. We can use cancel in 2n squared when we say n equals 3. 3 squared is times 2 is. Either way. All right, so number or letter, where are we at? E, the third period element that contains an octet. All right, so period. All right, because all those are energy levels, right? Period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the period 3? Here, we're octet. The AR.
All right, I got that right.
This is what I just did. Periods 1 through 7. All the way to the end. These are your noble gases. Octet. are your noble gases.
Oh, dear.
Okay?
That's
Yes.
right, because you got the two numbers that have one, and then they got.
That means 8 electrons. Noble gases have 8. Alexa. Talk loud if I can hear you. I'm getting old. The highest main energy level is outer shell. And what's the other question? Full main energy level just means where you at? How'd they word it? Oh, that's talking about N equals. But highest main is outer shell. All right, the number of electrons in a dot symbol for sulfur would be 6, because that's outer shell electrons. The outer energy level configuration for magnesium. So, you can write it in longhand or shorthand, which do you prefer? Okay, if you did it in shorthand, Ne, 3s2. If you did it in longhand, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. They asked you what's the outer shell configuration. So what's the outer shell configuration? The biggest energy level. So what's the highest energy level? That's the outer shell. Because this is the what? That's the inner shell. And if you wrote it in shorthand, the neon is the inner shell. Okay, 3s2, this box 2 is the outer shell.
If you have to put it in the cell, if you write either neon or write
It's going to be a multiple choice. So I will have written it either as neon or that one. 65 multiple choice questions. None of them are for response. No, I made it easy on myself this time. The average baboon can score 25 on this. I just said 65 multiple choice questions.
I can't wait for the test so I can.
All right, blah, blah, blah. Where are we at? 8. A third full energy level we just did with Ethan when he said 3, 3, and 3 had how many electrons in it? 18. We just did that one. The orbital notation for sulfur has how many unpaired electrons? It has 2. The easiest way to do that is to draw what? So draw the orbital notation. All right, so if it asks about orbital notation, draw orbital notation. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. Now, truthfully, you do not have to draw all the way out this way. You can draw shorthand, okay? Because when it asks about unpaired electrons, you are only going to need the last of it to find unpaired electrons. Everything else is going to be paired up. So how many unpaired electrons are there? 2. All right, from there, among the elements listed, the one with 5 dots, you've got Be. All right, the one with 5 dots. Electrons or outer shell electrons or dots, right? Terrible. All right, so we have Be, which is here. Is that going to have 5 dots? No. We have C, F, P. Yes, so I'm not even going to keep reading the list. C's the answer. All right. Among the sublevels listed, the one that cannot exist. 1s. Now, look on your table. Can they exist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you can find them on this table, they exist. If you can't, they don't exist. All right? 1s, is it here? Yes, it exists. 2p, is it here? Yes, it exists. 3p, is it here? Yes. 2d, does 2d exist? No. It does not exist. Okay, 3s? Yes. 5s? Yes. 4d? Yes. So the one that does not exist is 2d. All right, which element contains a single 4s electron? Who is a single 4s? Okay. All right. The number of inner shell electrons in phosphorus. Again, you can do it multiple ways. You can just write the configuration and then add and say there how many? 10. Or you could have said 15 is the atomic number. Minus, it has how many in the outer shell? 5, and gotten 10 that way.
Yeah, that's what
Either way will work. Whichever one pops in your head tomorrow, go with it. You what? Okay, let's try to get it right tomorrow without having to guess. Please. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I know that this one gives you like the everybody with the
Mhm.
stuff, and this one is the scale here.
Uh-huh.
But why do they all go to 7 series, but the last 2 are 4 and 5?
The 4 and 5 are the energy levels, and the 6 and 7 are the periods. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
The last one,
Which one? Oh, what was that? We didn't even get there yet. We're on L. We just did L. The element with a single 4s electron.
I thought you were talking about 6 minus 5, oh, and that was where did you get it?
We're not there. We just did the single 4s electron, and then I did the M with phosphorus. A single 4s electron. This is 4s, right? And this would be 4s1, and this would be 4s2. So 4s1 would be potassium. Okay? I don't understand how you don't get it. If we read the periodic table, these two elements are in the 4, and this is the S block. Are you with me on that? This would be 4s1, and this would be 4s2. Okay? So the question said a single 4s electron. So who has only one 4s electron? K, because 2 electrons would be Ca. Ca is 4s2. So it doesn't have a single electron. It has 2 electrons. K, because it only has 1 electron. So if we wrote the configuration for potassium, we would stop on 4s1. Okay? What? For what? Because we're reading the way the energy levels are done for potassium. We're reading 4s and where 4s is on the periodic table. We're not reading the group. We're looking for 4s, and this is where 4s is on the periodic table. Okay? And 4s is here, 4s1 and 4s2. So if this is 4s and this is 4s, that's 4s1 and 4s2. The question said a single electron in 4s. So which one is 1 electron in 4s? That's why I picked K. All right, is everybody with me on how I got 10 electrons for phosphorus on the inner shell? Okay. Now we're on N, the number of electron-containing orbitals in fluorine. How many orbitals are there in fluorine that have electrons? Again, they're asking orbitals. Orbitals are lines. I would draw it if I didn't know. So fluorine has 1, 2, and 2p. I need 9 electrons. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, how many orbitals have electrons in them? Because all 5 lines have what on them? It says orbitals that contain electrons. So how many orbitals contain electrons? All 5 contain electrons. It doesn't say full. It doesn't say half full. It just says contain electrons. All 5 contain electrons. Yes, ma'am. How many contain? You wouldn't count the ones that are empty. Or then you would count the ones that are empty. Okay?
It says the number of electrons containing electrons.
Yes, because they contain electrons. I write questions. All right, so the last one for Emma, the number of unpaired electrons in arsenic. Now this is a long one, so I'm going to do it in shorthand. All right, so arsenic has, what do we have before? Ar, 4s2, 3D10, 4P3. Now, the question was to know unpaired electrons, right? Where's the only place anything is going to be unpaired? So that's the only thing I'm going to draw, okay? So this is the only place it's going to be unpaired. So 4P has how many lines? And how are the three arrows going to be on the line? All up, okay? So how many are unpaired? There you go. That's the answer. Are you with me? Okay? It wants to know how many orbitals contain electrons. Okay? So how many orbitals in fluorine contain electrons? That's the answer. That's all they're asking. Let me just say, let's just say for a second that we had a different element. And I know it's not drawn right. Let's just say that's what I had. That's right. Okay? Yes, that's the biggest problem y'all are going to have. And I know I'm picking on Nada in her quiz yesterday, but when the question said, what is the name of, or what's the group number of something, and she wrote the noble gases, she gave me the right group, but it said group number, and she gave me group name. Because she just didn't read the question. So yes, it is important to read what it's asking. Okay?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay?
Yeah.
I have two things for you. You'll make my able body. Now, on the paper you have in front of you, number 13 is just like the one you have been working. You should be able to answer number 13. The two that I'm handing you, one is multiple choice, the practice of multiple choice questions for tomorrow. The other one is sort of a mix of some old stuff that you should be fine with. Again, we'll post all the answers online so you have them on the website. At some point during the second period, I'll post those. Now, we can either, I think I have somewhere around 20 questions in Flickr, which would be my preference to Kahoot, because I'm not as crazy about Kahoot. Or we can work on worksheets. I'm good with either of them. Huh? We can get either one of them? You guys get one of their set before, multiple choice, or you want to question? Multiple choice. Which one do you want to do? You want to work on worksheets, or you want to do a Flickr? I'm not doing it today. I'd rather do a Flickr.
I don't like it. I don't know.
That's why I said, I'll put the answer, you don't know what it's not starting.
Right, sorry.
I know, you want to listen.
I like the hoop.
Yeah, I feel like I'd let you down if there's no file. Which wall?
What?
The prize is people.
I would love to go home and take a nap, but that's not on anybody's agenda. Not doable, so suck it up.
I went to that stuff early, and I woke up, it's wrong.
Now, if you're not participating in the Flickr, you will be doing what? Yes. You put your phone on my desk. I'm tired of you and that phone. I think I remember.
Right, I'm supposed to.
I think I'm like 14, right? But I'm like, I'm not wrong.
Nah, when you say number in every class.
I think I am 13 because that's, you know, I think I'm 4. Yeah,
You're
you're
behind
13.
me.
You'll come up in a second, then I can put the list up.
I don't know, because I'm not doing it. So am I not that good at something? I don't know, I'm not either. Alright.
I didn't think George.
Oh, because I know, like, we said, like, we went on, like, a trip, and some people.
No, it's like after like a
Do by the next class. Miss Hall?
Yeah.
Wait, never mind. It's okay.
Alright, everybody got a number?
I'm not playing.
Fine, you don't have to. What? Is it what? Hold on. Alright, there's a question. Oh, yeah.
I hate it. It hurts.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and remember, back when I used to have that type of salad.
Alright, we got it?
Oh, that was wrong. Anyway, I don't remember you going.
This is how, this is the way college goes.
No, I don't know how it's called.
Alright. So we have 8 right and 3 wrong. If n equals 2, how many sublevels are there? If n equals 2, there are how many sublevels? There's 2 sublevels. Their names are 2s, 2p. So, how many orbitals are in s? And then p for sublove? That's the answer. Alright, the answer is 4.
I put 4 or 3.
No, you did. Twice, no less.
Yeah, no way.
That means you have a lecture.
I should just like, get down.
Alright,
Wait, so you counted for 2 of the 3 wrong?
yep. You did. Go on, you dumb thing. Alright, what's the n value of L equals 2? No, what's the value of n if L equals 2?
Okay,
The value of n if L equals 2. Well, ask you something after we go to the answer. Yeah.
If it's long.
Then I'm going to see if you figured out another thing and made a connection. And then you're going to go, Ms. Hall, why did you tell us this before?
That's literally the whole day.
Yep.
I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. I don't know.
Wait, no.
I ain't the only one though.
This is the one I got. Well, see, I know all the other ones just come from one.
Alright, I think I've got everybody's plan. Alright, so we're split almost evenly 6-5. 5 people have the right answer, 6 have the wrong answer. if L equals 2, you have a D sublevel. Okay? So if you got a D sublevel, N has to be. All right, now the pattern. N is always 1 greater than L. It's always 1 greater than L. It's always 1 greater than L. Not shooketh is a word. I think you might want to check with Ms. Hudgens and Ms. Porter and see if that's a real word.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay. Not sure that really works.
It's okay. Like I've said it for the whole time.
Okay. Was orientation, number of orbitals, number of pictures. Everybody got it? So I can erase? Huh? That's what I want.
Oh, we got, I got to do this without the table.
All right, how many outer shell electrons does sulfur have?
There's one close over here. That's why I don't listen. But I heard the scout. But I didn't say it. Oh my God, because we want to be ready.
Sorry, I was changing that. No, that's what I had to have some problem.
Oh, how many? They are so serious.
I'll probably do it myself.
But I would assume it'd be something for like 2 parties or something. All right, everybody got it right. Good.
I'm a 6 parties.
Here's another easy one. Build some confidence here. Here's another easy one. That's it. Build a little confidence here. We got 100 right on that one. See if we can get another 100%.
Right.
Wait, no. Oh, okay, I got it.
Where is that?
I'll even know.
That's all.
That's hard.
38.
It's, number 38, second group, oh, I'm good serious. Okay. I took it.
So what was the answer to the last one?
You say it, Mike.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is. I can't see.
Oh.
I can't see what
Are you counting like?
Oh,
Yeah, but they are non-metal.
I asked for non-metal, so that was not being non-metal.
what's yours?
Yeah, 3 of those are metal.
Are we there?
So, do it. Go do it. Do it.
Yeah, George.
Are you talking about with this?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, did I get everybody?
No.
All right, so they're all blue. What are the answers? The non-metal would be SE.
Yeah, but we're 2 days ahead
All right, so, given we didn't all agree, all right, I got 2 people who picked, or 1 person picked SR. SR is a metal, it's in group 2.
Oh.
All right, SI is a metalloid, it is on the staircase. 2 people picked SB. SB is a metalloid, it is on the staircase also. I said a metalloid is not a non-metal.
Oh, I thought you said that one is non.
No, a metalloid is not a non-metal. They're a separate category altogether.
That's what I
No.
misheard you.
Okay, no, they're not the same.
I said metalloids are not metals, right? You said metalloids are not.
They're not the same thing. Okay, they are not the same thing.
I
Okay?
didn't have answers even to that, and that's sorry.
Okay, they are not the same thing. So a metal, a metalloid, and a non-metal are completely different.
Just well, I just want to remove one thing for
That was hard, baby.
For what? What?
First, you have to be polite.
Where's that one go?
Yeah, if you can't do it, we can't do it. We can't. You know what, Emma? Sorry.
Alright, what are the M values of the
Oh my
P sub level?
God.
You're not attention yet, you'll be two. No, you went the other day in an emergency, and you only one from before. You're out of bathroom now. When you coming to stay?
Oh, wait.
I know that one. I'm
I
back.
don't know.
Yeah, the M value is the P sub level. You gotta take your hand out of the middle.
I just put the eye. That's okay.
Ethan, you got the same problem, take your hand out of the middle block. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, we got one wrong answer. M is minus L to positive L. Okay? M equals minus L to positive L. So, what's the value of the P sub level? 1. So minus 1 to positive 1. So the answer is B. Okay? With that, let's see.
Huh?
How many total electrons does aluminum have?
Yeah, I'll go right now. Person with solution. No, I can look for that. Oh, wait.
That's very nice.
Have you seen it?
Yes, you can.
I want to know on that. Is there a video on that? I got it. No, I never.
Catherine, for a little bit more. There you go, I got it. No, it's not showing you what I got now. Alright, we got 9 right and 2 wrongs. Unfortunately, both of them belong to 5 young to these 2 people.
Right, I always know. I was like, it was like wrestling.
Yeah, I know, but when you get 1, you get 2.
Right.
You're killing the data.
I said.
Are you? Alright, so, how many total electrons does aluminum have? We'll start on the number side. Okay, so we start playing. Yeah.
Oh, there has a Oh, wait, no, I have that one.
Alright, we there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Alright, I messed up. I'm gonna have to go back.
Oh my God, that was like.
I messed up. I can't stand y'all, I messed up. I messed up. The answer was what?
B.
B. It's big, big, gang, three. I messed up. I accidentally scanned and put it in the middle of one wrong answer. Alright,
No, that's not right.
okay. Let me set that down before I hit the wrong button again. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
All right, recognize that.
One sheet. Reference table.
At the morning.
It's very popular, I'm pretty excited.
I was like, y'all see this.
That would not be my first thought.
Yeah.
That'll be like they take it. That'll be your second thought.
I might be a little surprised, but I would not immediately assume that. Now, there's some classes I might. That certainly wouldn't be it.
Wait, another one to go for.
The blue one.
I want to do that.
All right, well, we'll do it in a second. All right, so I got everybody but two people. All right, you are not doing capital.
Yeah, everyone. Except for a couple people
Wait, that don't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody knew what they were doing. Oh.
Same answer, Ron?
Yes.
Hey, boy, oh my
Oh, yeah.
God. Wow. Wait, it was vocabulary test. When did it too long?
No, that was not. It's vocabulary.
You didn't go. No. How do you?
Oh, backward grade?
All right.
No, it's not. Yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right, there's another one. There's a new question.
Yeah. I said that before.
It's an easy one.
Oh.
Some of them will be this easy, smaller test. Some of them will be this easy.
Oh, my God.
Well, some of them will be this easy.
Where's the thing where there's a little
Oh, no,
bit?
you will.
I don't think y'all are gonna fail. I think you're gonna do well.
Yeah, I know I'm not gonna fail. It's like being really
Clear.
We be over dramatic because
I need one more. Who's the best? All right.
Oh, like, I call it, 2 more and get one more.
Okay. All right, the shape. Let me the shape.
you can shake for that.
I got it.
There you go. Your mouth is fine. I give a slide.
I don't know. I know I can. I'm gonna need another lecture.
I bet you in the talk he won't translate somebody if I get hurt. Come
Oh,
on.
my God.
I know she likes you.
Where?
Oh, wait,
English word?
You didn't like it. Oh, I know last year. I don't know that. I was no, actually,
We went to, oh, we have 10. You remember.
we went to the offices with her, the small
I got it.
offices,
You're right.
and she
This I
said
got.
that she can actually like the you know, whatever the case is like. But she said that that me and my brother were too same, and that, what else? She said she should be very proud of us, we were very smart or something else. She said, that's our.
Wow. All right. The shape of the D is going to score low. Who's the flower? Who's fair? And who is too low? Got that, Ethan? Because you didn't know and you were guessing?
No, I mean, I figured it was.
Okay, well, you said you were guessing, so you checked. All right. N equals 4, tell how many electrons?
That's an energy. Wait, just note about.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Wait, and it's energy. What's happening?
Why does that happen to you?
The old one. I'm trying to express. Wait, it's the last. Yeah, the quality. Yeah, let's get around with her.
Danielle,
Come on, I already answered.
I didn't get it.
Why not?
I don't know what I was doing then. Well, you guys would turn around and shut up, you might know what I was getting. Alright, we got, somebody. Now we got 10 people. Unless Sean has decided to stop playing his cards.
Oh, I thought you benched him.
Apparently I only got one card when I see him. Alright, so, I got 2 wrong answers. How we do this? One is how Sean's card is.
Well, I
Just
just
saying.
Yeah.
Alright, you can do 2 n squared. You can add up the 4 sub-levels of SP, G, and F, so 2 plus 6 plus 8, or plus 10 plus 14, or you could have added up using the periodic table and done the 2 plus the 10 plus the 6 plus the 14. You could have done anything like that. Alright, let's see. Do that one. Should be an easy one too.
Oh, wait, I don't have a calculator.
Let me calculate.
Wait, oh.
You can ask frequency.
I thought it was.
Well, this work is scanning.
Probably not. It might. Yep.
Laziness is a client, right?
Waiting with that.
It's not cannabism session. You got a little overlap. That's what's going on. There you go.
I did like.
Alright, they hold it up. Okay. Alright, now we got everybody. Good. Everybody got that one right. Alright, what element has 5 half-filled d orbitals in the 4th period? 4 period. Alright, 4th period, 5 half-filled d orbitals.
I know this is what I was looking at.
Very good.
Right.
I mean, I gotta do is like narrow it down. Just one of the one.
What?
Yeah. Very possible.
Probably. Well, I don't, just say they're like that. They're a lot like that.
Oh.
I don't know what number 18 says. I don't even know if she's or anything else. Oh, it's right in front of me. Yeah, tell me what the element is. Alright, we ready?
Well, ugly from water.
No. Alright, so I got 10 right answers and 1 wrong answer. The 4th period, 5 half-filled. So, you're going across the 4th period. D block, the 4th period, alright? D block is this little section right here, half-filled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got who? And then.
But why don't I say 5 half?
Uh-huh.
I think it means 5 and half. So I'll put F.
Oh, no, and then, because it'd be 5 arrows, so 5 arrows, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be not 5 and then another half, And jumping Z would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be the 5.5. Half-filled arrow. That's what it means. All right, how many valence electrons does potassium have? Oh, outer shell. Oh, you said word, yeah. Oh, I have this bad habit of calling outer shell electrons by T split and then valence electrons.
All right.
Test them on that.
I would have told you on the test if I hadn't even done. The valence is the same as outer shell.
Packing,
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
Down the ring of the
Outer shell electrons. Come on, all 11 right answers.
11.
Yeah, even the fake Alexa who's playing, all have right answers.
Oh,
I have to.
100%. Yeah. 4 people are, well, 5 people are still working. Well, Mario was, I think he's supposed to. Probably wouldn't have answered this phone.
So I can have everybody.
You know what I think is obnoxious? You know, when y'all have.
All right, all right.
That bothers me so much. Like,
Wait,
nobody.
what'd you pick? All right, you picked -1, positive 1. This one has a +1 occupation.
This bothers me.
All right, that would be +1, and then we pick -1.
So what will we do?
All right. It'd be, Route 17 would be -5. The halogen. All right, which element? Yes, you will need to know the calculus and go ahead. You will. You will.
If you add the K in there, add like salt. Oh, wait,
You multiple choice, no, you might even run into both of wrong. Some are. Some are the decent, some are not. I told you. You guys are gonna do fine. Which element has a full octet in the third period?
That and I'm not gonna
All right, 11 right answers, very good.
yeah.
How many empty orbitals are there in carbon? Yes, empty orbitals.
I did that without. Oh, they're wrong, but you know what?
I've been doing that.
I mean, anybody asked you.
Yeah.
You might need to get that, to get it right.
You're right. I bet I did it right.
Some people can do it in their head, some people can't.
I only know what empty orbitals is. So.
You guys are gonna have to do that. Okay. That, the first one is one, right? That's two. That one's two.
If the arrows are paired, you draw the dots paired. If the arrows are separate, you draw the dots separate. You gotta draw the arrows and then have the dots drawn.
I'm confident.
No worries, Bill.
All the money about it.
I know. I don't have a dollar in my pocket. I have.
That's messed up.
I can know.
I'll say that. I'm recording it now.
All right, got it? Maybe you want to add one by collection up here?
No, I'm trying to send myself. So I can't have my phone in second here, so I just send myself this homework.
No, personal business collection. Jordan, did I get yours?
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
And we got one.
So, it's all.
Yeah. Good.
God, here
Oh,
it is. It's all over.
Alright, I got everybody. Alright, so I got 3 wrong answers.
It was falling
Was it
together.
only me?
2 of them would be the same person.
I thought it was like, you know how like,
I told you to answer it.
Alright, how many empty orbitals does carbon have? 1.
oh, that's me.
Alright, what period is germanium in? Period is germanium in? Not young. What are you doing?
You bet it or not.
So tired. Yeah, so you only make that.
Oh, man.
Don't tell him. Let him figure it out.
Man.
I don't care, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't have a dog.
Alright, so I got 1 wrong answer. What period is it in? 4. 14. Yeah.
I can't count. Oh, I didn't count right.
Now you always talk.
Yeah.
Alright. Last question. Last question. This should be an easy one. I should have a whole bunch of hundreds again.
Hang on. I don't know the number.
Number 34. I put his atomic number up there for you to find it.
No, I'm trying not to look at the yard. I'm just talking information.
Why?
No. What you know?
I didn't let
Could be.
Oh my God. All right, all
Wait. Energy level. Take that. So on your other periodic table, you have it like you don't
No, you don't keep that.
Got it?
My diet.
Yeah. You ready?
That's what you wanted, right?
John, you ready? And we got Lucky. Oh, I got yours. Jordan, you got it? Why?
I don't know.
Still, you got it?
I feel like this is like, you know, when in the movies where they have robots and the robots are something like, you never find a party from the way. No, yes, I don't know.
It's in group 16. Yeah.
Wait, what's the answer?
Dan Healy.
Yes, I didn't know what that was.
I looked like anything in group 16 had a fixed electron in the outer shell. So I was like, stop.
Oh!
Wait, the teacher was.
All right. Now, without remaining time, look over 2 papers I handed you. And question 13 on the application question and see if there's something on it that you want help with. Alright, it's not free zone, close block. Yeah. Or one from the last side. That's question 13. Question 13 on last night's homework is like last night's homework.
We got two.
Put your card back on my desk.
Thank you.
I'll be here at 4:15 late. 4:10 probably.
Thank you, Priscilla.
No later than 4:15, I gotta be here at 4:05.
Slamming it down for Nita. Come on now. Thank you. I'm back. You. All right, you got 12? I got 13.
What?
Oh no, 'cause you got. I'm gonna have to be in the corner. And you got 14 up here. You got 15. Hold on. I'm gonna finish it off. You got 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, we're getting there, bro. We're getting there. All right, we got 1, 2. What are 2 at?
Guys, we're either gonna work, or I'm gonna talk about men's web in the very first period. It is stimulating period.
What?
Who has 2? You have 2 already? Who has 2? Jordan. Click. All right, we got everything we need to. Yep.
More or less.
So, flip book. Yeah. Monday, I got Dragon Ball Z one. That was crazy.
Hey, I appreciate that. I want to do work. I don't care which one. Question 13 is like last night. That's on the worksheet from last night. And jump down to question 13. You said you've already got it done. Yeah, you go with it. I didn't lay it up there probably because I probably didn't put it back in the notebook better. It wasn't very popular. Yeah, down bottom, jump down to question 13. We'll practice like what you did last night for homework. You have any idea how little I remember about those questions? I don't have them memorized. I don't know what you said. Bring me what you need. I have no idea. I am not walking the cycle.
Yeah, it was.
You can just bring me the question and I know what it said. Not to mention that I'm a visual learner, not an auditory. I like to teach.
I got half of these wrong.
And the question on one of them got wrong. Okay, I don't, glad I can use it. Okay. Do that. Let's see if I can. Entertain me, question. Your prize will be late.
If I make a mistake, and then I think to myself, I learn all that is wrong, so we have to get it right.
I have no problem. I do have a problem with lazy.
I know, I do that.
Walk over there.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's a good answer question.
Question 1, the change of an atom from the excited to the ground state always does what? You absorb or you get energy. You gotta use, guys, you can use it B or C, because you don't do the same thing. But if you have to release visible light, or can it be any kind of DMR? Any kind of DMR. So that's easy. It has to fit, because when you started back down to the ground state. You absorb, yes, you absorb it from the ground up to the excited state. Well, this is question number 1. It can be visible. The problem is visible light is only one small narrow range. So look at the blue chart, that goes visible, but it also shows, and it shows UV and IR, and it shows more than one range. It can also be any type of electromagnetic radiation. So this is just narrow. Hold on, sorry, let me read one question, I'm thinking three. Range that comes up over. An oral may be defined as the, because that's the definition. I told you, the highly probable location of an electron.
Because 3D area of.
A 3D area probability, so a highly probable location. I'm gonna upload it to the website. That one is right on my desk. Somewhere in the pocket. The multiple choice one, no, those I'm gonna upload to the website. Those I don't have to sit down on the desk. The ones on my site, homework is on the desk. One's still in 13 right now. It should be laying out there somewhere. Danielle is using.
Oh,
Danielle, where'd you put homework? Is that one right there?
oh, it's really good. Okay.
All right, who wants breakfast besides Catherine? What? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait.
I don't either. Do you think I'm a troublemaker? I know.
Maybe you talk too much, like Danielle.
I don't think anything ever. But he says, oh, it's my bad. I really just,
Oh, yeah. Who besides Jordan, Catherine, and Ashaya? Anybody else?
I don't need one. Get one. I don't need a I don't know. I need your
Really? You're not going to have those out?
I don't know if that. I don't feel like it. Yeah.
Priscilla, Catherine, here's y'all. The other two look at y'all, but let's lay them up here, so, yeah. That really helps. Any of you who need makeup work or help this afternoon, I'll be here to about 4:10.